Let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender.
Distinguished guests, and men and women of the finest military in the world. And most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah. Michael and I also want to acknowledge your son Jack, who's deployed today. All of you have
You know, I was just struck, just as preparing for this a few days ago, you know, our former First Lady, Michelle Obama, talked about the fact that her daughters had been conceived through IVF.
I know, that's amazing.
And, you know, in the timing of this and this movie, I mean, you know, I think some people have pointed out that, you know, we don't see a lot of movies about couples going through this, families going through this kind of experience. Do you think there is a sort of a reluctance to talk about it that is hopefully being lifted, an unfortunate stigma that is being lifted about
Yeah,
talking
I mean,
about
that
this
thing
directly?
with Michelle Obama saying that, and it was so interesting that that's a big deal that she's saying that,
I know.
in a way, like, whoa, but okay. I mean, of course, anything that she says is significant because she's Michelle, and she's great, and we love her, and come back. Come back.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama is not holding back in her new memoir.
No, she reveals her struggles with fertility and her no-holds-barred opinion of the U.S. president. CTV's Sarada Allman joins us in the studio with that. Sarada.
Yeah, Ken and Michelle revealing, trailblazing, honest, words that some have used to describe Michelle Obama's new memoir, where she talks about everything from meeting Barack Obama to life in the White House and personal and family struggles. She also gets pretty candid about her thoughts on Donald Trump. Michelle Obama says she felt lost and alone after having a miscarriage 20 years ago.
I felt like I failed because I didn't know how common miscarriages were, because we don't talk about them. We sit in our own pain.
Just one of many personal moments the former First Lady shares in her highly anticipated memoir, Becoming, which details her life in the White House and her marriage to former U.S. President Barack Obama. In an exclusive interview with ABC's Robin Roberts ahead of the book's release, Obama talks about their decision to do IVF after years of trying to conceive.
The biological clock is real because egg production is limited, and I realized that as I was 34 and 35, we had to do IVF. I think it's the worst thing that we do to each other as women, not share the truth about our bodies and how they work.
She also unleashes her anger over Donald Trump's birther campaign, questioning whether Barack Obama was an American citizen, calling it crazy and mean-spirited, and causing her to fear for her family's safety. Donald Trump, with his loud and reckless innuendos, was putting my family at risk, and for this, I'd never forgive him. Donald Trump today responding.
Well, I'll give you a little controversy back. I'll never forgive him for what he did to our United States military by not funding it properly. It was depleted, and I came in and I had to fix it.
Michelle Obama detailing the former first couple's courtship, but also candid about the more difficult times in the couple's seemingly perfect marriage, revealing they too have sought counseling.
For those young people out there who think that marriage is supposed to be easy, and marriage counseling for us was one of those ways where we learned how to talk out our differences.
Sharing some of the most personal parts of her journey, she says, in the hopes of helping other women. And ABC is running the full interview with Michelle Obama on Sunday evening. Becoming hit store shelves on Tuesday. I'm Zarida Allman. Michelle, back to you.
Now we're going to go to your exclusive, Robin, with Michelle Obama. She's preparing to release her book, as you said, her memoir, Becoming. And boy, in the book and also in this interview with you, she really digs deep.
She is extremely revealing. She does not hold back. She's been in the public eye for more than a decade and very open, honest. Now she's sharing personal stories about everything from her struggles to getting pregnant to how she and her husband worked through challenges in their marriage.
In her book, Michelle Obama calls this part of her story Becoming Us, about the meeting and marriage that would transform the trajectory of her life and challenge her in ways she would never expect.
You ready to talk about Barack?
Who?
You ready to talk about...
While their mutual affection has always been on display, Now, for the first time, Michelle is opening up about parts of their marriage she held deeply private for years. First, infertility. She writes, "It turns out that even two committed go-getters with a deep love and robust work ethic can't will themselves into being pregnant." She did get pregnant, but then weeks later, she miscarried.
I felt lost and alone, and I felt like I failed because I didn't know how common miscarriages were, because we don't talk about it. We sit in our own pain, thinking that somehow we're broken.
She reveals that it was with the help of infertility treatments that Malia and then Sasha were finally conceived.
The biological clock is real because egg production is limited, and I realized that as I was 34 and 35, we had to do IVF. I think it's the worst thing that we do to each other as women, not share the truth about our bodies and how they work and how they don't work.
And for the first time, she shares details about how the stress of their hectic schedules infiltrated their marriage.
You write about at one point in your marriage that you and Barack went to marriage counseling. Why did you think it was important to share that?
For those young people out there who think that marriage is supposed to be easy, and marriage counseling for us was one of those ways where we learned how to talk out our differences. What I learned about myself was that my happiness was up to me, and I started working out more. I started asking for help, not just from him, but from other people. I stopped feeling guilty. It's important for me to take care of myself. That's not on Barack. I know too many young couples who struggle and think that somehow there's something wrong with them. And I want them to know that Michelle and Barack Obama, who have a phenomenal marriage and who love each other, we work on our marriage and we get help with our marriage when we need it.
Wow. Again, she was very insightful, very revealing, sharing stories that she has never done before. And it wasn't just limited to that.
It can't be easy to talk about marriage counseling there.
No, and I asked her, like, you know, why did she want to do that? And you heard what she said, because she really feels, because you see her now, you know, dancing and happy and the kids and all that. And she said it's so important. And she feels that, you know, our stories, all of our stories, unite us, and it's very important to be open and to let people in and to see what their lives are really like.
And but you've interviewed her quite a few times over the years. Is there a change since she's left the White House 2 years ago?
No. Well, there is a change because now she was Mrs. Obama in the White House. She's Michelle again, now that she's not in the White House and able to freely express herself. But the thing that has always remained the same about her, and we're going to show you something, she surprised her old high school. She went to a dance class there. They weren't expecting her. They didn't know. They thought the cameras were there because we were filming something else. She walked in, and they absolutely erupted in seeing her. And that is the thing that's been consistent with her. She really, they went on for quite some time, but she really wants to have an impact in young people's lives. That's why a lot of her initiatives when she was First Lady were dealing with children and trying to do away with childhood obesity and such. But it was totally unscripted that she was there. It was only supposed to get in and out. She spent an excessive amount of time, and the way the young people responded to her. And she said, you don't have to be in politics to be of service to others. And she does touch upon politics in the book.
She's been staying out of the political fray, but in the book, she has some words for President Trump. I want to put up something on the screen right now. And of course, he was propagating the whole birther issue, and she wrote, what if someone with an unstable mind loaded a gun, drove to Washington? What if that person went looking for our girls? Donald Trump, with his loud and reckless innuendos, was putting my family's safety at risk, and for this, I would never forgive him.
Because the rhetoric, because of the mistruths, because of the lies that he was saying about the birther situation, that was not true. She's a mama bear. Maybe that's Michelle now.
I'm sorry about that. It's I have an excuse. My wife had surgery yesterday, so I have kept the phone on. But she's doing great.
Oh, is she?
She's doing very well, yes.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
So don't make fun of me, right?
No, really. Saved by the bell. Saved by the bell. But no, but Michelle Obama is a mama bear when it comes to her family, just like how you are. You have the phone on because you want to know if Allie's okay. She wants to know that her family is all right. And when then candidate President Donald Trump was saying those things. It's just that it's something that she cannot forgive. So, and I want to be very clear, and she is as well, that politics is nothing more than a chapter in her life story. It is not her life story. It is something that she touches upon, discussing about the optics being different at the inauguration in 2016. As opposed to the 2 inaugurations when she was there, and she speaks about that. And she is really, I think also it's going to be surprising to a lot of people, her candor in discussing how people underestimated her, doubted her, but also her level of honesty in her self-doubt. Throughout the book, she kept saying, am I good enough? Am I good enough? And that's something as a woman.
Even in the White House?
Even in the White House. And even in the White, and now, and that is something, there are a lot of times that there are going to be women that are going to be reading or watching the special on Sunday and nodding along. And that's, again, what she said. Her story is relatable, but it is not, it is so much more than politics. And I know that a lot of people are going to be picking up the paper today and seeing the headlines and that. It's such a small portion of her story, small portion in the book. But yes, what she said about the president and not being able to forgive him because she felt he was putting her family at risk.
And the family that she went through so much to have, and you know, and which she put in the book as well. But her honesty has always come through. I think that's why she's always been relatable. I think that's why the reaction that we saw those young ladies have is the reaction that pretty much everyone has when they see her.
Yeah, and she's going to go on this book tour. In fact, we're going to have her live on the program on GMA on Tuesday, and then that night she's going to be with Oprah Winfrey in the United Center. 23,000.
Forget about a bookstore.
Not a bookstore, but she's also giving away 10% of all the seats on this tour. 10% going to high school students, other women's groups, and that, because she wants to make sure that everybody has a chance to hear her story.
So Oprah's going to interview in one Sarah Jessica Parker, Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon, Phoebe Robinson, the list goes on, and the book is coming out on Tuesday. But she is really someone who I can't stress this enough, that she feels that our stories unite us, and that hers is the American story, and you'll see that when you read her book and you see the special tonight.
Book is
Sunday.
Tuesday. The special is on Sunday night. Becoming Michelle, First Lady's Journey with Robin Roberts. That's Sunday at 8, 7 Central, right here on ABC.
Now call Allie back, okay?
Actually, that was her doctor.
Okay.